everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Now today we're going to take a look at Mabinogi. Now this is a free-to-play 3D fantasy MMORPG, and it's kind of neat. It's got some different real-world elements to it, so kind of the fantasy combined with the real world. Now I'm actually going to go in and get started and create a character, but I'm going to have to pause first because the game will crash. Actually, I guess Fraps and it just don't like each other. So I'm going to pause real quick and I'll be right back once I'm in the character creation. So there we go, we've gotten in and we're in the character creation. So you see here, create a new character. You've got 4 different servers to choose from, and you can see they're all decently busy. This new one, obviously, it looks like a lot of people who would maybe even normally play the game jumped in there to start new characters because it is a new server. But we'll go ahead and start on this one right here because it's a little bit less populated and hopefully, try and not run into any lag. So let's get through this and let's go ahead and name our character. So it won't let you do a second capitalization in your character. So, and you can see they got some other little no profanity and no spaces or special characters. So let's get through that. Now you do have 3 races that you can choose from. You've got the human, you've got an elf, and then you've got a giant. As you can see, the giant is huge. And also with all the above, you can choose male or female. So we can go through all those. Let's go ahead and go with female. What's really interesting is the game has a really cool age progression system. So as you can see, you can start as a child, and then every year as you progress, you see you gain bonus statistics. Or you can go right to being age 17. You can see it's already giving you a lot of the statistics that it talks about, but then some of them, you no longer get bonuses to them. Now, I haven't actually added it up and gone through each one of these to see if it adds up, if you can play the game or if you go through it. But it looks like it kind of does. Let's start somewhere in the middle. Let's start really small. And let's go ahead and go next. And you can see here you do have a bunch of different options. Now, one thing I can tell you with these options, you can see some of these have stars on them. Now, the ones that have stars on them, they're actually you have to purchase. See, items marked with a star can only be used with a premium card. Now, the game does have a lot of different stuff like this, and it's one of the things that kind of make it a little bit unique in different factors. And you can even see that some different colors for different things. Even for eyes and all these different things. They've even got things that are going to be premium, and you gotta buy the you gotta have a premium card for. But let's go ahead and get through, and you can see, like I said, there's a lot of options, but not all of them are available free to play. So let's get through this, and we're gonna see, and you can see here, you need a basic elf card. We're gonna use our free card that's available. You could buy different cards and actually buy like an extra human card or giant card if that's what you want to take, and you want to start a second character using that type of stuff. So let's go ahead and use that. Hit OK. And there we go. Once a character is created, it cannot be deleted until 7 a.m. the next day. All right. So let's get on there. So there we go. We're all set to start. And if I remember correctly, the game actually crashes here again. So I'm going to hit pause the video and press start and go ahead and get us inside there before I resume. So there we go. You've entered the world of Mabinogi, and you can see we're kind of getting this cutscene. We're in this kind of ethereal area, or almost like this heaven type area, and we're going to get a little bit of conversation from this character. You can see you can zoom out. You can't move with WASD. You move with point and click. So let's go ahead and talk to this character. Beautiful girl in black dress, intricate patterns. There we go. Let's continue. Been waiting for you. Dooley's pure soul. Blah 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 blah. Let's get through all this. So do you have any questions for me? Sure, why not? Let's see. And then you can go and you can ask about all these different things, and you can break it down, what to do, not obligated to do anything. And that's one thing that's really cool about this game is it's really wide open as far as what you can do. If you want to do crafting, if you want to, run it like a normal MMO, and you can do all kinds of different things like you just dungeon running. There's tons of dungeons around. There's also kind of a random dungeon system where you place an item on an altar and you go to a random dungeon. And then there's also the ability to create dungeons for the actual players. And even the NPCs are very much they're very active as far as the game is concerned. So you'll go in and the NPCs will remember you and remember your deeds and remember the things that you do and stuff like that. So she's given us a few basic items to get started with, and then we're going to be off and she's gonna push us off into the world. So there we go. You've gained knowledge about the Play Dead skill. Received Now's letter of introduction. You can see here they've got some different stuff with the item shop and things like that going on. So let's go ahead and close that. Last time you played was a while ago when I was just checking the game out. So go to the elf town and hand the letter to Castanea. So you can see here we kind of showed up in this little vault area. So we're going to cruise over here, and when you first start the game, you've got this crystal ball that you can talk to. And the great thing about this crystal ball is that's going to run you through like the tutorial of the game, how to attack, and the fighting in the game is actually very dynamic. Like you actually have to aim in a way with different things like a bow and arrow or things like that. So it's kind of cool the way that was set up. And you can see the graphics are, a little bit dated, but they've got a cool anime feel in these little kind of cutscenes with the NPCs, I guess you could say. So go to the elf village. Like to ask me something. So you can see here you've got a ton of different things. You talk about the skills, part-time jobs, class and training, and you've got all that stuff in your diary. So let's end that conversation. Elves live for a long time. We should try and enjoy each day. Close the chat window. So here we go. So this is, you're going to go through and you're going to do different quests when you first start out. And these different quests are essentially, so let's go ahead and start the conversation, how to use a bow. So there we go. We just got dropped a bow from this cool owl that's flying over us. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start the conversation with her. The bow enables me to attack enemies from long range. I better find the weapon shop or blacksmith for information on this type of weapons. Okay, so in celebration of your arrival, you have a short bow, blah, blah, blah. So let's get out of that. Of course, you need some arrows as well. I'll give you 200. Okay, so now go hunt down 3 young gray armadillos. Yep, let's give it a try. If you have any questions carrying out your quests. So you can see there's tons and tons of different skills in the game that almost every character can learn, and you learn them essentially and get better at them basically by doing them. So you can see here they're showing us a little bit. Find it difficult to click with your mouse, you can click on the control key instead. It will automatically target one of them. Holding down the control key, left click your mouse, will be able to attack. So alright, if you have any questions, let's go ahead and end that. Nothing else you want to know about? Nope. Let's go ahead and go out of there. And let's see what brings up. I brings up our inventory, and you can see we've already got our bow equipped and some arrows equipped, and we've got a few other little things in here. We've got this traveler's guide, we've got some bread and things like that. So let's just, before we get too far, let's go ahead and decorate my house and harvest crops. No, let's actually get out of there. I believe that was the A key. So A brings up your homestead. S brings up your skills. So you can see here I've got combat mastery and I've got sharp mind. And then you see here you've got a bunch of different types, magic and alchemy and all that different stuff. But you can go to all and see all the different ones you have. You can see they're passive. And I'm at a novice skill level. D doesn't do anything. F brings up your friends list. Let's see what else we have here. L brings up your message log. P brings up your new party, so it looks like you not belong to any party, so you kind of either have a party, you've got the ability to register for, the type of party you want to join, form a party or party board. So it's kind of cool. It's always nice when these MMOs have those different things, because having the ability to find people in parties and stuff like that is always something that's pretty cool. So T brings up your character information. We can see our stats, and we can see our level 1 experience and all these different things, our attack, defense. And we've got additional info, birthday, all kinds of different stuff. You can see the game's really in depth when it comes to stuff like that. And you've got part-time job in progress. We don't have anything. Keywords. And then there is a full pet system. There's even a way to create your own pets. So pretty crazy as far as that stuff is concerned. So there we go. We just clicked on him. Let's see if we're going to run. We are going to run over there. And so press control to auto aim. So for some reason, I'm running in to attack him with my hand instead of my bow. You can right-click and attack. Let's go ahead and kill him with my hand real quick. And you can see, kind of some skill animations and some different animations as far as. Now you can see up in the top left corner, combat mastery skill +10. You can see I'm getting skill points for attacking him and beating on this little armadillo. So essentially, like I said, the skills all go up based upon how you know, when you use them and things like that. So there we go. The practicing of combat mastery skill is complete. Click learn on the skill window to obtain this skill. So let's go there, and you can see because I did get those skill points, I can learn this skill. And learn the skill, you get +1 strength. I've got 0 AP required, so it looks like some skills require you to actually purchase them in a way. So let's go ahead and hit learn, and there we go. We learned combat mastery, and we've got rank F. So if any of you play Vindictus or anything, you know, some of those games, you can see, you know, Nexon keeps this rank F. And as you know, Vindictus was supposed to be a prequel, originally supposed to be called Mabinogi Heroes. And so you can see they kind of keep that same skill type thing. But let's go into our inventory and see why we're not attacking with our, let's close that. See why we're not attacking with our weapon. Hotkeys to assets, there we go. So it looks like you're able to switch between a few different weapon types. Let's go ahead and equip our bow, and let's attack this armadillo with our actual bow. And you can see here you've kind of got a little counter going up, and you can take and you have to actually wait until it's ready to shoot. And it looks like essentially that, you know, we got some bow skill mastery there, but it looks like essentially we've got the higher the percentages when you fire your weapon. So we're going to wait until it gets as high as it can, and the higher the percentage, the more damage that you actually do when you are firing. So it looks like we've got a little arrow there, but it also looks like we took out all three of the armadillos that we were asked to take out. So let's head back over this way and go ahead and turn in, and maybe turn in this quest. So I'm pretty sure, I think you have a chance to look around, continue. Let's see if we can find a quest log real quick. Inventory, skill, character, quest log. There we go, right at the bottom. So learn how to use. So defeat 3 young gray armadillos and report the results to the crystal ball. So that's where I messed up. So let's report the results to the crystal ball. And there we go. Wasn't quite as difficult. So you can see there's a lot of basic things that you use. And I mean, I personally like when there's the skill option. Looks like every time you complete a quest, a little owl comes in, drops some gold for you. So let's go ahead and close that. Let's talk to the crystal ball, see what else the crystal ball has for us. So find the aged stone wall. So we've got to go ahead and let's go back here and let's learn ranged attack. Learn, all right. So there we go. We got +1 dexterity for that. So it's kind of cool. You're getting bonuses as far as your statistics as you're completing these quests. So we're going to go ahead and head to this stone wall, it looks like. About stone walls. We'll keep going about 200 yards toward the area you're facing. And don't worry too much. Alright, so let's head out that way. And let's see if the map actually tells us a little bit about where we're going. So we're going to go ahead and close this quest log. And let's see if we bring up the map. We've got the mini-map. It's kind of cool. Let's see if we can click. Oh, that's awesome. So we can take and just click right on the mini-map. And we've got our quest marker right there. So we can cruise out in the direction that we want to head for the stone wall and be able to get there just by clicking on the mini-map. Let's see if we can zoom out. So we can zoom out pretty far, and then we can zoom back in. And then we've got this little hand on the stone wall. We give it a little karate kick, and there we go. We completed the quest. Now let's see, we just click right there, and we're going to be able to run back. You can see we can close up, look at my character, so it looks just like she did, except for she's now running around carrying her little bow and arrow, and she's got her arrows on her back. So it's kind of cool. From what I heard, they're also doing a sequel to the game. Not sure how far into the development that is. Maybe I'll find out and post something on MMOden.com or something like that. But let's go ahead and turn in this quest. Start the conversation. There we go. See, now we've got like I said, we've got all these different skills that are really kind of unique to the game. As far as you know, there's not a lot of games where you go and you know one of your skills is to sketch. So I mean, you know, you think, well, what do you use that for? Well, obviously the game has some things going on that are going to cause you to need to have sketch. So let's cruise over to the wall and go ahead and sketch the wall real quick. Let's make sure that we have this quest. There we go. Find the age wall. Let's complete that. And it looks like because I did not get the actual quest, I've got to run back. So let's cruise back over, and you can see in Bow Mastery we're almost to filling up this. We need a little bit more, and then critical hit. We can use this skill, but it requires 3 AP. So this is where I was talking about, where there's skills that come into play, and you're going to need this AP to be able to learn those skills. So we don't have enough AP, so we can't actually learn the skill. Let's go back and talk to Vanna and get our. Let's go back over here. Come on, there we go. Chance to look around. Continue. So end conversation. Looks like we might have to close the chat window. So I'm not sure why we're not getting this quest, but there we go. Sketch the statue. It's always the little basic things. So we've got to run over to this statue, and you can see it's off the end of the actual map. So we just start running in this direction. It's kind of cool. The map does have like a little fog of war, so you can walk out in this direction over here, and you can see the little fog of war going away. But we're going to head over this way to sketch our statue. But the game, graphically, you can see the game is pretty dated as far as its graphics are concerned. But, for a lot of people, the gameplay is more important. And, the game depth, as far as Mabinogi is concerned, is pretty crazy because, it has so much depth, has so many skills, has so many different things that you can do. And we're going to actually, as you can see, I've got hide, play dead, and sketch. So we're going to use the sketch skill. And there we go. We're actually sketching that. But, like I was saying, for a lot of people, graphically, this isn't, the top-notch game. But you can see, these trees look pretty good, and it's got some basic things going on as far as the graphics are concerned. And, soundtrack, music, and the basic sound effects are pretty decent. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you'd like to play or learn more about Mabinogi, you can read our full review at MMOden.com or just click the link in the description. Until next time, thanks for watching.